A cheap euro has been good for Eurozone exports. First of all, for Germany. Their current account surplus is expected to balloon to 250 billion euros this year. Those figures from the influential IFO think tank would be a new record. Cheaper crude oil imports are also helping, but there is a downside. At over 8% of GDP, the surplus would breach EU recommended thresholds. That could put Berlin in the bad books of not only the European Commission, but also Washington and the IMF. Richard Hunter of Hargreaves Lansdown.
There have been calls on the basis of its surplus for them to boost imports and indeed domestic spending to get the situation rather more in balance. But clearly in terms of its exports, its car manufacturing business in particular, that's showing extreme signs of strength at the moment.
China's slowdown could threaten that strength. Turbulence there and across emerging economies is knocking German investor sentiment. The ZEW Institute's monthly reading slumped to 12.1 from 25 in August, its lowest in 10 months. Eurozone growth prospects again in question. NAB's Nick Parsons.
I don't see it beyond 2% unless there were to be a big and sustained improvement in overall world trade, and at the moment the risks would tend to point in the opposite direction.
Ironically, perhaps China may see its surplus rise to a world-beating $330 billion, according to IFO, though that would mainly be due to falling imports as its economy cools, not rising exports.